This company looks solid, but we found a hole in their pocket the size of a crater. Welcome to the 2026 HDIN Strategic Audit. For years, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk were the twin titans of weight loss. But in 2025, something changed. They decoupled. One of them is becoming a lean, high-margin machine, while the other is turning into a heavy, debt-laden manufacturing utility. Today, we're doing a forensic deep dive into the numbers that the mainstream media missed. The headline is simple: Lilly has taken the crown. While Novo was busy consolidating its empire, Lilly's tirzepatide officially became the king of metabolic molecules. We're talking about a $36.5 billion landslide. But look closer at the tiles. It's not just about sales. It's about the type of sales. Lilly's orforglipron is a small molecule. That means it's easier to make, cheaper to ship, and doesn't need a fridge. It's the difference between shipping a glass bottle of vintage wine and a can of soda. Look at this crossover. This is the Inversion Point. For 3 years, Ozempic was the name on everyone's lips. But by Q3 2025, the lines crossed. Lilly didn't just compete, they executed a blitzkrieg. While Novo was stuck in supply chain mud, Lilly's Zepbound launch exploded. This isn't a trend, it's a regime change. The red line Novo is flattening out, while the blue line Lilly is heading for the moon. Here's the ugly truth about the drug business. Big Pharma isn't keeping all the money. In fact, they're losing a hole in their pocket the size of a small country. Look at Novo's revenue leakage. For every $100 they charge, the middlemen, the PBMs, take over $57. That's a channel tax of 57.6%. Imagine running a bakery where you have to give away more than half your bread for free just to get on the shelf. That's the PBM tax, and it's eating Novo alive. Why is Lilly's margin so much better? It's their portfolio hedge. While Novo is basically a one-trick pony with semaglutide, Lilly has an oncology and immunology business that acts like a high-margin floor. Their realized price only fell by 10%, despite selling 53% more drugs. They have the leverage. They aren't just selling a weight loss drug, they're selling a diversified healthcare ecosystem. Let's talk about revenue per head. This is how you tell a tech-like innovator from a traditional factory. At Lilly, every single employee generates $1.3 million in revenue. At Novo, it's half that. Why? Because Novo just bought a company called Catalent, adding 10,000 factory workers to their payroll. Novo is becoming a heavy manufacturer. Lilly is staying a lean innovation house. In the stock market, lean usually wins. But wait, there's a skeleton in Lilly's closet. We call it the AR red flag. Their unpaid bills, accounts receivable, grew by 61%, while their actual sales only grew 45%. That's like telling your parents you earned $100, but you only have $80 in your pocket because your friends haven't paid you back yet. This suggests Cody channel stuffing. They might be pushing drugs onto pharmacy shelves just to make their quarterly numbers look pretty. The clinical war is even more brutal. Novo's big hope, CagriSema, only managed 23% weight loss. Sounds great, right? Until you see Lilly's GGG retatrutide. It hit 25.5%. In the world of premium medicine, second place is just the first loser. Lilly has redefined best in class, leaving Novo to play a defensive game of catch-up. This is the future. A pill, no needles, no specialized fridge. Novo's pill only has a 1% absorption rate. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a leaky spoon. Lilly's orforglipron is a small molecule. It's basically 100% efficient. This pill will allow Lilly to dominate the global market, reaching parts of the world where people don't have fancy medical fridges. Watch out for 2026. That's when the China cliff happens. Novo's patent for Ozempic in China, including Taiwan, is about to expire. Expect a flood of cheap copies. We're talking 60 to 90% price cuts. Novo is about to lose a massive chunk of its global growth engine almost overnight. The US government just found a way to stop the party. It's called the IRA. Lilly's drug Jardiance just got slapped with a 66% mandatory discount for 2026. That's not a negotiation, that's a mugging. And guess what's next on the list for 2029? You guessed it, Zepbound. The government is no longer the payer of last resort. They are now the price setter of first resort. This is an arms race. Novo is spending $11 billion to buy factories. Lilly is spending $10 billion to build them. It's a bet on who can make more juice faster. But Novo's bet is riskier. They're buying old factories with FDA warnings. Lilly is building brand new, high-tech sites from scratch. It's the difference between buying a used car and building a custom Ferrari. When we plot them on our strategic radar, the divergence is clear. Lilly wins on innovation and portfolio hedge. Novo wins on global reach and supply resilience. But the area of the blue shape is simply bigger. Lilly is a more balanced fighter for the next decade. Here is the anti-intuitive conclusion. The supply shortage was actually a blessing. When there isn't enough drug to go around, companies don't have to compete on price. But by late 2026, supply will catch demand. And when that happens, welcome to the price war. Our models predict a 30% crash in prices as these two giants fight for every patient. The golden era of infinite margins is coming to an end. So where do we go from here? Phase 1 is the oral pill. Phase 2 is using these drugs for everything from heart failure to sleep apnea. And Phase 3? That's where Lilly might pull away forever with their Alzheimer's drug. The roadmap to $1 trillion market cap is clear, but it's not just about weight loss anymore. A quick note on the China market. Lilly is catching up, but Novo still has the volume. However, both are at the mercy of the National Reimbursement Drug List. In our reporting, we include Taiwan within the China region per standard UN and commercial reporting practices. This is a massive, high-stakes market where one policy change can wipe out billions in value. Let's look at the dark side of the accounting. Novo has $4.2 billion sitting in a bucket called 340B accruals. They plan to dump that back into their revenue in Q1 2026. That's a magic trick to make a slow year look fast. Meanwhile, Lilly's AR mismatch is still our biggest worry. Don't just read the profit line, read the fine print. What is the bull case? Lilly hits a $1.2 trillion valuation if orforglipron dominates. The bear case? A 20% correction if the IRA price cuts hit harder and faster than expected. The margin for error is getting thinner every day. At HDIN Research, we use the MEIS principle, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. No overlap, no gaps. We don't take sides, we just take data. Our 2025 audit is based on thousands of pages of filings and proprietary market intelligence. If you want the full-page forensic report with the raw data, email our advisory team at sales@hdinresearch.com. Or visit our website to see why the world's top funds trust HDIN. Don't invest on hype, invest on audits. See you in the next one.